Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Zwerble from CZT Annett Rumpler. Now, when I click on translate on Annett's website, it translated this to onion, and I didn't verify that to see if it was correct, but I like Zwerble better anyway, so we're going to stick with it. All right, so as I was searching for inspiration today, and this just caught my eye, and there are a number of tangles that are in a spiral, and this one looked neat for a number of reasons, but especially in how it's created. So we're going to start with a spiral. This one, although you could do whatever you want, this one generally you keep, well, not right there, keep the distance about the same, as you see how well I'm doing at that. And I'm going to stop it right here. Some of them start small, and then as you go, you expand the distance between, the rounds, right? This one, you don't have to do that. You certainly could. All right. Mine got a little tight here. All right. Now, this was the harder part, sort of, to figure out, because I could see, and you can take a look as well in the description section, the link where it says for more inspiration from the creator of this tangle, or the tangle creator, whichever way I have it written. It's the second link. First one is my version of the step out. But take a look at it, and I was like, well, they're kind of C shapes, sorta, kinda, yeah. And so, yeah, it took a little bit, and I think no matter what you do, it's still gonna look really neat. But what I figured out, is, and I'm gonna come right from the tip, because she says work from the inside out. So from this tip here. Wait, let me make sure I have it right. Yeah. I'm putting a little C shape, so it's almost like we have a spiral with a little fescue on the end. And it's an uneven C shape, or you could think, I was starting to think of it as kind of like half of a fescue or half of a heart shape. Because I kind of want, there we go, almost kind of like half of a heart shape. Maybe. Some of them yes, some of them no. So if you can see, so I'm coming up and angling it like in towards the center of the spiral, and then coming down. And as I look at Annette's, that's what I was trying to determine, well, what is this stroke here? But it is, it is a C shape, and I would say, as I'm starting to speed up, this is one. Don't think about it too much, because that's where I found that I was just like, all right, just stop thinking. It seems like in this one, some of them slowing down is a help. You know what? And it's almost like these ones I'm doing here. It's almost like two parts of a triangle. Like this is the bottom, and here's the top two, and this one, it's just, it's a definitely not even triangle. More than that, which is a straight edge. I was thinking triangle, right? Because they definitely have a curve edge, and I'm going to stop right there. And if you have a little left over, that's okay. I was almost thinking, I should maybe save this for Tough Tangle Tuesday, because there's enough little kind of strangeness in this one that it might be good. But I was committed, so I'm like, I better get this done. All right, then we're going to color these in, or fill them in. And if you've watched me for any length of time, you know what that means. It means there is a great opportunity to course correct when we fill these in. So I'm going to fill them in as they are, and then take a look at the end result and then see where we go. But you can see already this pen is, oh no, it's doing all right. It's getting old. I really need to find a different place to put the ones that are kind of sputtering, because I use them for other stuff. But I need to find another home for them, so that way I'm not continually having to, or my newer, because I try to just grab one newer pen at a time, so that way I don't have 12 pens in various stages. Although, you know what I could do? Let's see. Because I do have my one. Yeah, this one. See, this is what happens when you don't use it straight up and down. You get that nice little bend. But I save them because, yeah, see, that one has more ink in it. Because then I can use it for filling in. It's hard to draw. I mean, well, you could get nice, interesting things with it, though, because that nib kind of spins in there. But I need to have it thin, because I could grab the graphic one, which is thicker. Could grab it for these ones right here. But because it's a small space, I don't want to go over and cause more reasons to course correct. But you can see it looks like a saw. That's why I was surprised when I clicked the translate thing, and I was like, well, I don't know how that looks like an onion. I'll have to put the word in and see what it comes up with for real. All right. So it's such a neat effect, because when I was just looking at it and looking at one step at a time, and in my head I'm thinking, oh well, how are we getting that shape? And I was in my mind, I was thinking, oh, like we're filling, this part, not just all of the little bumps that we've created. So you can have fun with the way you create these bumps. You could just try it just a straight C shape and not have it angled. This is almost like when you write letters, and some people write straight up, some people slant theirs to the right, and some slant them to the left. This would be like slanting them to the left, sort of. And this one for sure we're going to course correct, because that's got a nice little, well, although, see, this is why, just wait till it gets done, because it doesn't look so bad, because I'm like, oh, look at that sharp edge there. Not so bad. Interesting. All right. And here is the even more interesting part. So I suppose you could finish it off there and just leave it, but that's not what Annett does. So remembering, okay, what we did here, and then we're going to just continue that. So it's like I have to get right in that mindset again. And you can just continue around as much or as far as you want. I'm going to just leave it there. Now, this part, I mean, because you've already kind of gotten in the groove of it, this part is like, yeah, there's no hiding on that bit, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. Now, depending on how much you have left over here, I think I'm going to leave it the way it is. But, like if you had a lot left over, then you just carry this. Well, why don't I just do it so that way we can just say we've done it. You just carry it to that next point and fill it in. And there we go. Now, also, here, this is what Annett also did in her step out. So the shading part, it kind of finishes this off. So right along the outside of this, put some graphite. And we'll smudge it out a bit. I'm kind of doing more of a side to side to make the gradient. Well, maybe some microscopic circular motion. I'm not bringing it out too far. I like to avoid the little line that's created there. That's just me. And I have a nice, shiny new tortillon, which is behaving nicely. And you know, as odd as some of mine, you know, were, what is so neat about this, and I'm gonna add some more fill into some of these as we talk here. What is so neat about this is it's one of those that you're like, oh, you have to just trust the process, right? And don't judge anything until you get all the way to the end. And just go with whatever is happening. Because afterwards we can course correct. You're like, well, you know, and actually, here's the one. So if I wanted to have it match, so I could course correct and just bring that up a little bit further and round it like that. And that's what's extra neat, is that you can do that with any of these if you need to. But wait till you get all the way done, because this is one of those where I was like, yeah, this is as I'm doing it right now, I'm like, well, this is a really great example, Heather. I give everybody hope. That's my consolation prize. But then when it's finished, it's like, oh, well, look at that. That turned out pretty good. So it's just a really interesting one, and that's why it caught my eye and I wanted to share it. So it's just really, really neat. So I hope you enjoyed this. You know what? And actually, well, she doesn't. That's the only place that she has shading. I kind of like it like this, kind of flat, and then having this at the end. I was just thinking, well, I could put shading like right around the inside, you know, on the non-jagged line. And if you want to, you can play with it however you want. But anyway, yeah, it just really caught my eye as something different in the way it's constructed, and or deconstructed, the way we have to reconstruct it. I don't know. Just neat. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, also click on that subscribe button. In the description section, I already mentioned links to the step outs, but you can also follow me on various social media. I have a link to my website as well as Facebook page. Honestly, that's where I am mostly. I have to get back in the habit of posting on Instagram and Pinterest. I do have links. Actually, if you click on below the video, if you click on the title or on my picture, that'll take you to the home page of the YouTube channel, and then you can see there I have playlists, and I've done a better job at this than all of this is going to get translated onto my website. It was the intention of my website to have all of these categories, which on YouTube they call them I've put them into playlists, but still, so if you're looking for a certain theme, and that's how I was thinking of categorizing them. That's how I do it in my head. So I thought, well, why not do it for everybody else? And so it's there. Eventually, it will get translated to my website. But so you can check out that. If you're interested in tangling with others online, twice a week I do classes. Thursdays are free. We would take something like this and have fun with it and see where everybody takes it. Some people just on those, it's called Tangle Time, and you'll see that under the classes menu, classes link on the menu on my website. Some people just, want to work something out for them for use later, and some create a finished type work, and it's just a heck of a lot of fun. And so would love to have you come and join us. Let's see, information is there, as well as other ways to follow me for classes. And Facebook is probably the best if you happen to be on there, but there's some other ways to do that as well. And let's see, and if you're on Facebook and want to join in the conversation, we have a Tangle Addicts community, and it's a heck of a lot of fun. We have such wonderful people in this community, so supportive and so positive, and so many really understand what Zentangle is. It's so much more than just pretty patterns and putting together pretty things, and that most people can do it because of the steps. There's so much more underneath it. I teach that in a class I call Zentangle Essentials. I have one coming up at the end of the month, the last Tuesday. I do them on the 5th Tuesdays when there is one, so you can check that out. There is a small fee for that one. But yeah, again, there's just so much more to there is an actual method to this, and I love sharing that because I think it's so very important. So and so anyway, so our community, so many of them get it and are supportive in others in their journey, no matter wherever anybody is starting. It's just such a nice, supportive, happy place to be. So come and join us there. There are 3 questions that you have to answer in order to gain entry, just so you're aware. And let's see, I think that's it. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.